What's up, YouTube? Car 220 and welcome back to another Company of Heroes 2 replay, this time as the Wehrmacht. We're playing with Pepper Angus, and we're going against Sharky, Towers, and Man Person. Okay, as usual, these are my favorite three doctrines here. I have the Mechanized Assault Doctrine, the Assault Grenadiers, that's if I want to rush. Got the Elite Troop Training and Assault Support Doctrine. So we look already. Both of our opponents are going to do a lot of infantry in this. Now, as the Germans, the Soviets often will get a lot of conscripts in the beginning. Well, usually when I am them, I get like one at, two. I'm not like a huge fan of getting a lot of conscripts. I prefer the penal troops and other things, but as you can see, that's another conscript squad. So they have a total of a lot of troops out right now, and I've got some pioneers. Now you gotta remember, on this map, Winter, you need to keep in mind that any of these choke points they can walk across. And I didn't even know the ice started like this. Look at that water. Anyway, so a good counter to this would probably be a couple MG42s, but we don't know this yet. Keep in mind we have the fog of war off. I played Peppered in a 4v4. Another one of those kind of like, it was like a Hill 331. I was holding the whole right side, then we lost in like the last, well, I guess we lost because three guys teamed up on me on the right side and wiped out my whole side, built bunkers and other stuff. Anyway, not too surprising to see a bunch of conscripts. I do believe with the rifle grenades on the ice, you can actually drop a couple of these guys. So already we're starting to see both of them are pushing for the fuel. It's interesting as Pepper is made. Look at this, 3 conscripts already. It's interesting as Pepper. Actually, is that? Okay, good. So I'm just moving my MG up to, kind of support this way, but luckily I was able to get it. Now he's going to be suppressed and pull back. He is trying to flank around, which is a nice move there. I simply see that, and I'm going to move over, turn my MG42, and I got my Grenadiers supporting, so they're going to get a Molotov probably off on it. When you're going heavy conscripts, it's very important you get Molotovs and anti-tank grenades. I was surprised. I mean, he got that Molotov perfectly aimed. My poor guys. He got that like perfectly aimed right on the machine gun. So I'm setting it up there. I've noticed at this point, I'm starting to talk to them like they're having a lot of conscripts out. Keep in mind, usually on this map, I like to cut off the choke points here. With like a mine or some barbed wire. I'm gonna go check for the fuel up here, see if they have anything. Keep in mind, more conscripts are coming, so the main focus of our defense is on this center victory point. Because we have the fuel on the left side, right? We have the victory point. He's even moving up with some of his grenadiers. What is the point in trying to strike right? Well, right now they don't have a lot of defenses, so I'm gonna go take advantage of that. But pretty much on this map, it's nice if you can have both fuels, but keep in mind that all you really need is the center victory point in either the north or the south star. Now, if you have a 3v3 on this map, then yeah, go for it. Have one person keep trying to harass that one side. Anyway, keep in mind when they are pinned, the flag goes up to your side. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm getting another MG42 because I see how many of these guys are out. So I'm getting another MG42 there, and I realize that no point in capturing the fuel because guess what? It's cut off. Somebody just wanted to cut off their fuel. More conscripts. That's 3 conscripts. They're taking back to a special rifle command, and both of them are building special rifle commands. We might be seeing some shock troops, some snipers, or some scout cars out of those guys. I saw them taking some shots at my guys who are retreating. I retreated them because we're in tier 2. I'm going to machine gun turn this way to pretty much block any of these guys be coming in from that side. So as you can see, I'm trying to move up my MG here to block off this area, and I'm like, oh my gosh. At this point, I'm trying to run back my MG. These Grenadiers are pretty screwed. Just trying to get it, like, I was going to stop there, and they got the Molotovs, and they're oorahing, and I'm like, oh gosh. Run away, run away, run away. What's interesting is they're pushing my side. But I'm learning this, right? I'm going to turn this MG to cover my other MG. Lost my... Ooh. Never mind, I actually got my Grenadiers out of there. So 4 Constants are crashing on our right flank. We do have a scout car coming out. I'm going to look at what their doctrines are really quickly. Yep, the conscript doctrine. Same doctrine, too. Conscript the PPSA just do quite well. As you can see, here's what I did. I got some of these Panzer Grenadiers, right, and I bedded them up. So they can pretty much wipe out both these squads. So keep in mind, if you're going against the elite doctrine, do not, I mean, you can't tell until you see vet troops that you haven't seen before. Do not build conscripts. I mean, at this point, you should realize to start getting some more vet infantry. Look at all the dead conscripts. Look at that. They are literally picking these guys apart. They're down to 4 men. 2 men. 1 man. One guy supposedly got away, and then he runs right in front of the MG42. We definitely know at this point they are not rushing for tanks, because we see way too many infantry out. So I'm still keeping my strong, like, that son of a gun, he is a support, and he's going to get rid of my my MGs up here. With multiple MGs, though, you can target some of these vehicles here. But I'm just trying to withdraw and get out of there. It's a very good counter to heavy support. Do not have enough of these Grenadiers out. So I'm trying to get up here in Panzerwerfer, and I'm like, you know, it's probably not a good idea considering how many men they have. I'm surprised he has a lot of these engineers. He's teched up all the way to get a tank. I got my flame half-track. So, right, he did the counter where he has the scout cars and everything and the mass infantry, right? You know what I can do? It's called a flame half-track. Now, let me just quickly double-check on him and see if he has the... No, they do not have the anti-tank grenades. Considering how many conscripts they're rocking, they should probably have the anti-tank grenades. So, I got Veteran 3 of these Panzer Grenadiers. And that's actually doing a lot more damage than I thought it would to a vehicle. It actually blew it up. Keep in mind when vehicles do blow up, it usually does kill most of the crew. So I pretty much just overwhelmed those guys. I don't know what he was doing with these pioneers here. But I'm going to move up. I'm going to push my advantage that I have here, right? Now I wonder if you do flames on the ice. And here's the counter to my half-track, right, as the Soviets. Guard riflemen. Thankfully, my machine gun is still alive and suppressing him. I should have done incinerate bullets now. That would have helped me out here, but I'm going to lose this machine gun. I mean, I can't get these guys in there fast enough. As you can see, Veteran 3 Panzer Grenadiers will pretty much wipe out anything. Then they throw this grenade, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just lost those guys. So I spend the 20 fuel on them, and I'm kind of like, I'm semi-devastated there, like, oh. And I'm like, oh gosh, get the hell out of there, half-track. So I got the anti-tank, and they're just going to take that area. They've kind of left this area a little undefended up here. At this point, I should be teching up, but I don't feel very secure at the amount of troops I have, especially after losing that. So they've now gone from mass conscripts to mass. Oh boy. Those grenades are 45 fuel for a reason. I mean 45 munitions. So they've gone from mass infantry of conscripts to mass guard riflemen. I guess I shouldn't be calling it mass because there's only, they got 3 of them there. Two isn't that much. I bet it's much just 3 squads. Just seems, it's like all infantry presence though right now. I know this flame half track probably isn't worth it repairing it, but hey, I can reinforce my grenadiers here. They're gonna push forward, and I'm trying to shoot a rifle grenade and get the hell out of there, which I managed to do. And I did kill some Soviets here. In fact, killed 3 of them. So he's got his tank up here. I still haven't reinforced the squad. I should really be going to about the 10-minute rule. I've kind of made that up. Well, I haven't made it up, but after playing a ton of games, unless I've seen that usually 10 minutes is when you get a tank. And that's not, you're not necessarily rushing for armor. About 15 minutes if you're not rushing. Well, 13 to 15 minutes if you're not rushing for armor. But I mean, you can, about 10 minutes you can get a Panther out if that's called rushing for armor right there. So I'm going to send my good old Panzer Grenadiers to take this point. He's letting his guys freeze out here, so keep in mind when you're below the cold meter there, you will freeze to death. I'm not sure. I don't think if you're in the cold, your men move slower, but that'd be interesting to see if you're almost freezing that you would move a little slower. I need to move my guys over to the fire, which I'm going to do right now to warm them up. I think I might be going to Battle Phase 3 to get a Panther. So he's harassing some of his guard riflemen. Once again, no anti-tank grenades. If you plan on having that many conscripts with hit the dirt and all those other things, you should have that. You should have anti-tank grenades. Let's see. I'm getting 19 fuel and we're getting 48. One thing that my ally did very well was, look at this. Look at all the fuel caches he built. I would not recommend building a fuel cache here because this area doesn't have a secure area. Like, it's not very secure. There's like no troops protecting it. But maybe he felt like he pushed out far enough here to keep that safe. But other than that, I mean, we own the fuel pretty much. 48 fuel a minute. That's like you get a Panther in 3 minutes there if you get the manpower. Looks like I will be teching up to Tech 3 here. Wow, this guy's only down to 13 pop. And man purse like give up. Okay, here's a risk I did here, right? I am betting that I can flame these Veteran Z1 guys out before my half track gets killed. At this point I'm going, oh gosh. Luckily he tries to get out of the house and I wipe him out, and I'm trying to get this thing out of here. More guard riflemen. Lucky shot on the engine and this thing is gonna die. But I got rid of Veteran Z1 squad and only left one anti-tank rifle for those guys. As you can see, his Pioneer squads have got anti-tank rifles. It's good to have 2 squads to help repair your vehicles. Anyway, I've left this flamethrower pretty much unattended. If I have some engineers, I'm going to try to pick it up in a little bit. But there's no need to limit my any of my long-range grenadiers. Or, I mean, it's really bad to put weapons in the hands of Panzer Grenadiers. I usually never upgrade them with the Jaeger infantry package because the MP44... SGG-44, whatever you want to call it, is very deadly. It's like pretty much the first assault rifle in the world, right? So why would you put a Jaeger infantry thing there? So we see another assault. This time with a T-70. The T-70, I know we're 13 minutes in the game, but you've damaged his tank. You know he has a T-70. I mean, you know he has a Panzer IV out there, right? T-70s, you can get T-70s out about 10 minutes. Still about the same anyway. By the way, Soviet buildings cost more, but the Germans have to tech up, so keep that in mind too. So he's gonna smart. He's gonna pull back. He sees, okay, now there's a guard rifleman spam. There's 4 guards. 4 guard riflemen, 3 conscripts. 1 just got wiped out. Guess what? I'm sending these guys in. I'm like, we who are about to die will kill the guard rifleman and throw a grenade there. Threw some stun grenades. Either way, he's got to pull back because there's like a horde of guys coming, and I'll gladly have these Panzer Grenadiers hold up some of these guys. I don't think one-on-one a Panzer Grenadier, same full health, no veterancy. I do not believe a Panzer Grenadier. Look at the mines here. I think a Panzer Grenadier could be the shock troop, but I definitely think it could be the guard troop. And as if they don't have DPs. So I'm behind him, and I can wipe out various units. And look, that guy got stuck because the ice is melted away. So this is devastating. We saw how many squads he had before this attack, but between my machine gun and the mounting Bettys that are going off, look, there's some more right there. Not to mention he's pinned and I'm shooting him. I mean, it's just not a good day Look at him, they kind of skipped over the ice. So he just went from... Oh, we got another fresh squad. So here's a bunch of squads pretty much wiped out. I've done a pretty good job preserving my infantry. Not so much so my MGs, but I should have, like I said, the main focus was on the left side and this side, and I was just kind of having a token force on the right. Pretty much that Panther that... Oh, I'm getting a... Interesting. I'm getting a Panzerwerfer. I'm feeling secure, I guess, knowing that he has Panzer IVs out, that I'll be able to get this Panzerwerfer and target these infantry, right? But I'm not going to abandon our fuel post, right? Look at that. Very nice hit. Look how many guys I killed with that. At least 4 or 5. And I got the Panzerwerfer. We're just going to try to withdraw. Once again, the bad thing about withdrawing is they don't have smart pathing, so they just go back in a straight line, even if it's through enemies. I have no idea why he put that in the that guy in the house, but either way, he died outside the house. A little late, I launched a barrage in there. At this point, they have their T-70. Keep in mind, a T-70 is a light tank. It can be destroyed by pretty much anything the Germans put out. This guy is... We're 16 minutes in and he can't even produce any tanks. How many fields is this guy at? 220. And his doctrine doesn't have any tanks in it. So there should be no reason why you shouldn't be using your fuel like that. As you can see here, T-70 will be getting destroyed. Good infantry presence, though. He has a lot of grenadiers with those guys. This would be a great target. I thought he was blitzing there, because you can blitz through guys and run them over. I'm bombing this northern area to try to get that victory point. My Panther is coming out very shortly. Overall, the T-70 is still up there, and if I were him, with this 55 fuel, I would go around the enemy and try to destroy that. But look, there's another Panzer IV right there. I know we're in the heavy snow, so I'm going to be slow, but look, more guard riflemen. Sharky really likes his guard riflemen. I wonder why I moved it. They were set up perfectly. As you can see, the MG42 cannot. They had some DBs. I gotta say, guard riflemen look sweet. So that's a DB. I forgot what the other. What's its number? It's like a DB. DB standard. Okay, yeah, just a DB. So with all these guys, he's gonna get overwhelmed there. He has a T-70 just as my Panther comes out, and I'm like, get the kill. I didn't get the kill though. It's a bummer. So I pushed up north with my infantry force. I even took the flamethrower earlier, like I was talking. Oh no! Son of a gun! Why do I leave a flamethrower around? I hate when I do that. This game is not over by any means. These guys have a ton of guard riflemen, and they're gonna put up a very good fight. So we're starting to take some map control here. You can see this area froze over again. Being on the ice is very dangerous in a tank. I've had a KV-1 sunk. I've had multiple, especially heavy tanks. So I have these guys. We're trying to get rid of their fuel caches. I'm very worried about an IS-2 or something at this point, because I've seen no armor. So, just an FYI for anyone who's new, you need some kind of tanks to win, let's be honest here. It's not an infantry. Some maps are very heavy in the infantry, and this guy is just like running his men. I'm like, okay, you didn't want to die in the river like your comrades, you can die on the land. Gotta say, these Bet 2 guys, worth the fuel. So at this point, you know, he's trying to push their base a little bit. I'm making sure they don't take the victory point. Wow, you put a hole in the ice. And we wiped out that squad. Back up to the action here. He is buttoning this vehicle. He's desperately trying to repair. A lot of guys here. This is like the perfect opportunity for my Panzerwerfer, which I'm desperately trying to get in position, but he lost his tank. And in the face of all these guard troops, you might want to get back, especially with the DBs, you know, pinning his guys. You might actually lose that squad. It's almost Veterans E1, which make it faster on repairs. Oh, that's Veterans E2. So he's lost an... Okay, that was another tank. My rockets come a little late. And they built an artillery gun. So after they just took over that side. By the way, if you can get these Panzer Grenadiers behind enemy lines with the Panzer Shreks, they can easily take out these fuel caches. Gotta get rid of the Dushka though. There's a blind spot in the defenses here, right here. So I'm gonna have my Panthers start taking that out. They pretty much shouldn't push back. I'm gonna have my Panzerwerfer. So this doctrine I'm using can be abused. Like the amount of fuel I have right now, I could start betting up like a lot of my troops, just get a ton of Veterans E3. I mean, it could help, and it can be abusive if you get a bunch of Panzer Grenadiers and bet them up. So now it's my turn to literally fight the spam of 4 full units of these guys. I really wish at this moment I had some machine guns or something. I'm trying to crawl these guys up to throw a bundle grenade at these guys right in the center. Really hurts their health a lot, but doesn't actually get rid of them. Meanwhile, my ally is rebuilding his tanks here. These guys have been pinned. I'm trying to get rid of this damn MG42 here that is pinning both my guys down. There's a trick I can do with a half track where I showed this in another video. I got Veterans E1 now. Look at that. That Panzerwerfer did some real work there. So there's a trick with your, if you can move, if there's just an MG or something, right, you can move in your half track and pick up your men. They'll crawl into it even if they are pinned. Or is it they're suppressed? I think it was if they were pinned. It's like a trick to get around that. And then they blew up some of my Grenadiers. I was like, okay, we're gonna get the hell out of here. I need to pull back further. I mean, this definitely isn't a safe distance to get my guys. Once again, no tank building. He has 338 fuel. I'm starting to pull back. I don't want to lose a Panther here. I'm trying to blow up that fuel gun there, that artillery. I managed to kill a crew member. Look, I got some of my Veterans Grenadiers here trying to stop these guys from moving forward. They're pretty low health at this moment. I'm pulling back my my half track. I'm like, okay. You know, I think generally I have a pretty mobile. You know, I got the half track and the tanks generally, so I have a pretty mobile kind of force here. So it's like I hit him on the right, he hits him on the left. It's kind of like a coordinated thing. Like I pull up, he pulls back. So these guys are pinned right or suppressed. But he's able to take out the douche gun. He's going to try to take out this howitzer here. Anyway, I should really launch. I launched the rifle grenade and did kill quite a couple of these. As you can see, a dead Soviet right there. So keep in mind. Where's he too? Keep in mind, spamming guard riflemen and not building tanks, especially when you have the fuel, is not going to win you a game. Guard riflemen are very effective units, but they need to be used with tanks. Especially with the Mark vehicle. I'm going to pull this guy back. And I got to say, loving that half track. I mean, see, simple half track can count on that too. And they built a tank building. They didn't even bother using it. And they had plenty of fuel. Keep in mind, they have 500 fuel between them. They could have built, look at that guy. That guy's floating 900 manpower, man-pers. So just keep that in mind when you play a game. The fact that build some tanks. Don't float 1,000 manpower and a lot of fuel. Even a couple T-34s would have helped. If you use a guard rifleman with bun vehicle, mark target, and some of your own tanks, you can take out a Panther pretty easily with about 1 or 2 T-34s. If you mark it, it takes a lot more damage. You bun the vehicle, it can't shoot back, it slows down, it can be in a kill zone, and your guard rifleman will do a lot of damage. So keep that in mind. That's the proper way to use guard rifleman, not a kind of spam tactic here. And it can be countered. Keep in mind, any infantry blob can be countered by a simple artillery, where that is a Panzerwerfer rocket, where that is some mortars. I've devastated German infantry when they attack in these blobs with 82mm mortars, 120mm mortars, or even just, you know, some grenades from like the RG3, RG3, I'm sorry, what's it called? Let's see right here. RG3, our quarterback. RGD, 33 frag grenade. RG3 is a Redskins quarterback. Yeah, for NFL. Anyway, RG3 grenades. Guess they can run a lot. Anyway, so keep that in mind. Don't spam guard riflemen and build some tanks. You can't win a match in Tier 1. You can't do it, I'm sorry. Anyway, cut 4 minute 221 signing up. Hope you enjoyed.